Okay, cool. So today's July the 26th, 2026. I literally didn't even make a plan for this video. I'm just gonna go off the cuff and see where it goes. So two main updates. My boss has recently gone on vacation, so I've been promoted with two other guys. Been promoted to basically a site manager, construction manager, which yeah, it was all great. It's still all going really well. Like I've stated before, now I'm even earning even more. So this is the most amount of money I've ever made, around about 3K a month, and things are feeling good. Just trying to save up, and then am I still going to use this as a platform to go into sales? Most likely. So that's news number one. I guess I should talk about that news a bit more. Obviously, I have more responsibility, and so sometimes that more responsibility comes with more stress. So just learning how to deal with that stress, learning how to deal with a lot of people coming to me now as like the guy to solve the problems, even though when I was working, under a manager, which I will be again working under a manager when he comes back from holiday, but when you're working on someone, you can kind of just pass the problems up sometimes. You can solve your own problems, and then if it gets too big, you can pass up. Now it's like, oh, you are the guy that they pass up to, which is interesting. Um, Obviously having to manage a lot of different personalities, a lot of different people, and trying to make sure that your stuff gets done because where I work in construction, there's a lot of characters, a lot of egos, a lot of male egos. So it's like I got into an argument maybe on Tuesday or Wednesday with a different manager because he was doing something that I assumed was kind of doing the wrong thing, and then he just started just got into a big argument for no reason. So trying to make sure that trying to make sure I figure this whole thing out. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, in life, I want big things, so those big things require you to have those big responsibilities. And if that's the case, then I need to learn how to deal with those responsibilities and the stress. Cool. That's part one. Part two, obviously another form of stress has come because I've recently found out I'm gonna be having a child coming up or a child on the way, which is that's a bit more interesting. It's not really something I planned for, and if I'm being honest, not something I actually want. But is what it is now. Um so dealing with that and how I'm gonna go forward. If I'm being honest, it's kind of one of those situations where I fear it's gonna fuck up a lot of my plans for myself, but I have to keep pushing. I haven't come this far just to fall down again. So yeah, we just have to keep pushing and kind of go from there. Create ideas on like, okay, cool. Does the plan change? What change? Because one of the goals I'm getting very close to reaching now is 10K. So should I bump that 10K up to 20K? So that when I do kind of leave this industry for the industry that, has more money in it, the one that I've kind of wanted to go into, which is sales, um, can is that big enough buffer to have things go wrong and me still be okay? Things like getting a car, things like getting a house, just plans feel like they're having to change a bit. And then obviously the whole emotional toll of it of like decisions being taken out of your hands and situations, I guess, maybe not being forced on you, but happening to you that you would ideally like to avoid. But you have to deal with it one way or the other. And throughout this whole thing, I've just been kind of saying to myself, like, I've dealt with much worse. This feels like the biggest, but I have dealt with worse and I've survived. So I can't let this be the reason I kind of lose. Simple as that. So, no, it's interesting. It's interesting. Maybe losing someone close to me, not in death. I mean, like based on this news of me possibly having a child, not possibly I'm having a child. I guess I'm still coming to terms with it. But I guess the news of me having this child, um, people close to me now. distancing themselves. That has an emotional toll. Figuring out how you're going to live life after this now, emotional toll. How this affects your hopes and dreams has an emotional toll. The person you're having it with, you and them not necessarily being the most aligned has a toll. And all of this happening within the week I'm becoming manager. It's a lot. It's a lot, but we have to keep going. We have to keep stepping. You know what I'm saying? We have to keep jugging because what other option is there just to fail? It's not really ideal. I failed too many times just to give up now. Like I've come back from failure too many times to give up now. So I've got to figure out something, even if it's one of those like slow, painful growths, which I've experienced before, but maybe this will be a different type of pain when it comes to slow, painful growth. I have to grow. I have to keep growing. It's not really an option. There's no really any other option besides keep growing. Because this level I'm at, this is not where I want to be for the rest of my life. I have to keep growing. It's the only option. So maybe more sacrifices have to be made. Maybe more tough decisions have to be made, but so be it. And we go from there. Yeah. So that's it. I don't know what episode this is. I'm really just I've been documenting this for maybe 2 years, or very on and off. But I just hope like the version of me, the version of Adeleke, Leke, I hope that version of me in the future sees this and it's like, yeah, that was dark. He made it out. Like it was worth it, and I'll be happy that I documented this rather than this being a documentation of failure. I hope this is a documentation of what my whole life has kind of been, which is perseverance through trials and tribulations. So yeah, that's basically it. Let's see what the rest of 2026 holds for me. That's all.